I already have some basic line. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to adjust my camera to see if you can see. Okay, so I have, this is my waistline. Yeah, this is my waistline. Then this is my waist to hip, then waist to crotch, waist to knee, and waist to the hem. This is the hem. This is the hem, and this is the seam allowance. So I think I'll just place it like this so we can move on. So in case we're not seeing or we need a question, we can ask. So this person I'm cutting this trouser for, our waist is 36. So you know, in trouser, waist will be divided into 4, hip into 4, but the thigh, the knee, and the ankle will be divided into 2. So like I said our waist is 36, so we have to divide 36 divided by 4, so it gives me 9. We have 9, so this is the waist. So but before then, I want us to add seam allowance to this side, so I don't want us to get confused. I'll first of all add seam allowance of 0.5 just to the hip, to the crotch, and also to the waistline, and I'll get back to you. So as you can see, I've added seam allowance of 0.75. I'm comfortable with 0.75. So if your own is 1 inches or half inches, you can do that. So I did 0.75 here, 0.75, then 0.75 on the crotch. So I'm not going to rule it out, but every measurement I'm going to take will start from this point upward. So let's go. Our waist, I said our waist is 36 divided by 4. That gives me 9. Then the hip I'm working with is 41.5. So that divided by 4, that gives me 10.375. So approximately I'll just do 10.5, or I can take away the half inches, but I'll just do 10.5. So from here, from this my 0.75, so I'll take 10.5, which is here, then I'll mark. So everything I have from that 10.5 with the 0.75, I'll add it together. So I have 11.2. So I'll now take that 11.2, I'll take it on the crotch and on the waist. I just want to get a straight line. That's on the waist. Then I'll take it on the waist as well. Sorry, that one was on the crotch. Then this is my waist. So I took 11 points. Then I will form a straight line. Like I told you, I just want to have a straight line. So this is a straight line. So do we see? So this is my 0.75, my seam allowance, but I don't want to rule it out. That's why I said. So I'm going to start my measurement from here. I hope we'll understand. To go inside by half inches. So I just go inside by half inches just to slant it, in order for it not to be, I don't know how to say, but that side where the crotch line stays is a little bit slanted. It's not really straight, so I like to do that. Take half inch, I'll connect it back to the hip line, connect the half inches. Do you see? So it's coming slanted. So from here now, I will now take my 9 inches. I told you my waist divided by 4 is 9. That's 36 divided by 4. So we have 9. Then if I'm going to be adding that, I'll be adding my 1 inch, but I don't need that for the front. I only need that for the back, and I might not even include it, but let's go on. So I'll be adding my 0.75, which is this one, for the seam allowance. So from here, I'll just curve it down to I'll use my curve and curve it down to the hip line. I hope we're understanding. I hope we're getting it. So to the hip line, you remember this one is 0.75 for seam allowance. So I can't take it here because I already have seam allowance. So I connect this 0.75 to the tip here, including my seam allowance. I hope you understand. So here I went inside by half inch just to slant it, because the crotch is not it's not really straight, it's a little bit bended. So after measuring my 9 inches, that is waist divided by 4, I added 0.75, that's my seam allowance. So to get this one, let's go on. So on the crotch length, so this is what we'll do for crotch. I usually take my thigh measurement, the upper thigh. So how the person wants it, whether it's a little bit tight or a little bit loose, I usually take it. So what I have here is 25. So 25 divided by 2. You know, I told you thigh is divided by 2, knee is divided by 2, and also ankle. So the only thing we are dividing by 4 is our waist and our hip. So I have 12.2. So again, from this seam allowance, don't start from here, because we already have seam allowance. So from this seam allowance, I'll measure my 12.5, which is here, 12.5. Then I will get my French curve. Sorry guys, I'll get my French curve and curve it. Not really curvy of a thing, but I'll just curve it like this from the hip line. I'll curve it. I think we can all see what I'm doing. So do you now see how the line is going? It's coming in here. So that is all about that. So we're settled with the upper part. So this is my new measurement. So I do take the measurement of my client. So this is our new measurement. I have 19. Our total length is 37. So, and I want to use a band of 1.5 inches. So if I remove band of 1.5 inches, see, this is my 19. Like I told you, our crotch is 9.5. Our hip line is 7.5. So on this sling line, we have to get the middle. That's the gray line. With everything you have on your thigh, I think I told you, okay, yes, it's 25 divided by 2, that's 12.5. So that's 12.5, you divide it into 2. Don't add your seam allowance, so minus the seam allowance. So 12.5, so we have 6.2. So from this tip here, you mark your 6.2, then 6.2 from here. Then you mark your 6.22 from here and form a straight line. So do we see? So I'll form a straight line. So this straight line now, your new circumference, it will be divided by 2. So instead of us to just put our new circumference from here, my new circumference here is 19. So 19 divided by 2, that will be giving me, that will be giving me 9.5. So instead of me to just input 9.5 here, it won't be nice, it won't sit comfortable, it won't sit well on my client. So that is why we're getting the middle, so that our trouser can come out very perfect. So 9.5, so 9.5 divided by, we still have to divide this 9.5 into 2, because you know we are working with 2 legs here, as in we have the front. So this is exactly what I'm saying. This is my leg. Let's say this is my leg now. So and the circumference of this thing is 19. If we divide 19 by 2, we have 9.5. So that 9.5 will be for the front. Then the 9.5 will be for the back. So this 9.5 now, we still have to divide it into 2. That will be 9.5, sorry, 9.5 divided by 2. That's 4.75. So that 4.75 is what we're going to input here. So we have 4.75. This is it. Then 4.75 too on both sides, rather than taking, like I told you, rather than coming here and put 9.5. So we have to divide it into 2, so our trouser come in balance. So here we have 4.75. Be careful, even 1 centimeter can alter your dress or any garment that you're making. So 4.75 too. So I need a ankle. Let's go to the ankle. So for the ankle, our ankle's circumference is what's the ankle? Our ankle circumference is 13.5. So 13.5 divided by 2, I have 6.75. So that's 6.75. Like I told you, we still have to divide it by 2 because we are sharing it on the same. So let's just use my table, please. This calculator wants to disturb my so this is 13.5 divided by 2. We have 6.75. So 6.75 divided by 2. And then we have 3.75. We're right. So here is what we're going to be inputting on both legs. Here. Then we input it here as well. 3.375. So do you see what we have? Let's check again. 3.75, 3.375, then 3.375. Then we'll connect. So when you're connecting trouser, use a straight one for here. This one and this one. We'll connect it. I'm working with crepe, so I have to be gentle. Then we'll connect this as well. That is that. Then let's go to the front. Sorry, I'm moving my camera around. It doesn't capture everything at once, and I didn't want to walk on the floor. So we use this side. Do you see? So if we use a straight ruler, I don't want to use a straight ruler because I don't want to be, if you use a straight ruler, you would have seen the difference. Or if you don't have a curve, you can just use a ruler from here to here, then get the midpoint, come in by 0.75 so that you can slant it. It does not have, it should not be straight, so you have to slant it like this. Do you see? So it's not coming, it's a little bit curved. I don't know if you can see. Do you see my curve now? It's a little bit curved. Then for the back, you cannot use it like this for the back, so you have to use it this way, or you use it this way. So you know this is my seam allowance. So from this tip here, you just curve it down to this place. Let's use the upper part. Then, oh, why is this thing giving me a dick? Okay. So do we see? This is coming this way, then this one is coming this way. So do you see? So the last thing we are doing on the front here is on this waistline. So you know, normally this is our trouser. If we are doing the jumpsuit, we are going to be adding more to the crotch, but that will be for another tutorial. So let's say we are doing a jumpsuit, you don't need to, this is exactly what you're going to cut. You just add a seam allowance on the upper part. But because we are doing the trouser, we have to come down by 1 inch here, because it's just like our skirt. It's a little, our front line is a little bit slanted compared to the back, so we have to come down by 1 inch. And you know, when we come down by 1 inch, we still need to add ½ inch for seam allowance. So rather than doing 1 inch, ½ inch, I'll just take away ½ inch automatically. Away. I've already taken ½ inch. You know, I'm supposed to remove 1 inch and add ½ inch again for seam allowance. So rather than going through the stretch, I just remove ½ inch. Then on this part, we need to add ½ inch for seam allowance. So just add ½ inch for seam allowance. So I should just connect it this way, but I will not cut it now because I'll be using it to cut the back. So rather, I'll just come here from this tip here and connect it to my ½ inch that is here. Do you see? I just connect it to the ½ inch that is here. Instead of coming inward, I just stay here because I'm going to use this one to cut the back. So when I'm done, I can now cut away the ½ inch. but for now we'll leave it this way. So this is our front panel. It's very simple, but because I'm teaching, that is why it's looking as serious. So remember, there's no seam allowance here. You only have seam allowance to the side. That's 0.75. So then on this side as well, I didn't have seam allowance. Even on the crotch, on the tie crotch, I didn't have seam allowance. I only had seam allowance to the side here. So we'll be adding the remaining one in front. See you at the front. Then one more thing, when you're cutting this your hemline, and I could just bring it straight. I would like to cut out the space, or maybe I should just show you how I'm going to cut it. Okay, I like to cut out the space. So okay, just hold on, let me just cut it, then I'll show you. This straight like this. So I'm going to be folding this seam allowance. So I'll be folding that seam allowance, then I'll cut out. So that way when I'm joining the down part, I don't run into, I don't know if you, the first time I cut trouser, I just cut it like that. So when I was now folding it inside, it was a little bit, as in the fabric was not enough. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The fabric wasn't enough. Thank God the trouser was a loose one, so I just have to reduce the seam allowance so I could get a, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So see, do you see this side is coming out like this? Sometimes if I do hard, you can add 0.25. It's not really up to half inch, just add 0.25. So you slant it out. I hope you understand. Then I'll cut it out. Okay, so for the back, I've laid another piece of brick, and I took 1.5 inch from this 1.5. So this 1.5 work for average and even hip of 46 downward, but anything 48 upward, you need to be doing 2 inches. You need to be doing 2 inches, but because this person is on an average, so I did 1.5. So that is 1.5 here. This is it, 1.5. So then I make sure that my 1.5, I have seam allowance here. You know, I already have seam allowance. So for this place, I told you I'll be using 0.75 for seam allowance here. Like I want to use 7, I can't use 0.75 and I come down here and use half inches. It will not work. So I'll be using 0.5 all through. So I know I didn't have seam allowance to the back. Let me do the down part. I hope we can see. Yeah, I hope. Okay, I think it's better. You can see like this. Sorry. So I didn't have seam allowance here, so I'll be adding seam allowance to the back. And the reason why I'm adding seam allowance to the back is because when you see a trouser that they didn't have, they had seam allowance in front, they had at the back too. The front, it goes to the back, but and you know we have the front is flat and the back has, yeah, the seam allowance come to the front. That's what I'm saying, as in it doesn't stay by the side, just like your skirt. You know our skirt stays by the side, but trouser can be a little bit funny. So because we want our seam allowance to be by the side, we have to add all our seam allowance to the back. So I've extended my line. So I said 0.75. So if I take 0.75 in the front, 0.75 on both sides, on both legs, that will be 1 inch. And so that's for the front. Also for the back will be 1.5. Sorry, 1.5. So that will be 3. So I'll be adding 3 inches here. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If I was using half inches, half here will be 1. Then for the back to half, that will be 2. But because I want to be using 0.75, so that's why I'm using 3 inches. And also on my hemline, I'll be doing 3 inches. And also from here, I'll be doing 3 inches. So do you see what I was talking about? You can see that this piece is not straight, it's coming out. So for here to here, I'll also connect that one for us to see. So that's my 3 inches on both sides. Thank you. So we'll move to the upper part now. So for this upper part, sorry, camera issue. So on this upper part now, for us to know the crotch extension, some people use hip divided by 20. Is it 20 or 10? It actually works, sometimes it doesn't work, so I stick to this one, and this is what I do. Minus seam allowance, this is my seam allowance. You know we added seam allowance of 0.75, so this is my seam allowance. So from this seam allowance to this place, okay, let me use my hip line. So this is my seam allowance to this hip line, so that's 10.5. You know I told you my hip was 41.5 divided by 4. We'll be dividing hip and waist by 4, remember? So that gave me 10.375, so I approximated to 10.5. So that's what I added here. But because I'm doing it on the crotch line, that's exactly where I'm bringing it. So half of this, my hip line, excluding the seam allowance, is 10.5. 10.5 divided by 2, that will give me 5.2. So this is 5.2. This is it. This is my 5.2. So from this my 5.2, I'll just take my hip measurement. That is 41 divided by 4. That's your hip measurement divided by 4. You take it, and I'm having 10.5. I use 10.5 here. So this is my 10.5. Do you see? So you know, when I was doing this piece, I extended my line. So this one, I could extend my line like this and come down by 0.25 and curve it. So instead of doing that, I'll just tint my ruler, then mark it. If you are not sure of how to tint it, just mark a straight line. Mark a straight line, come down by 0.25. Half will be too much, just come down by 0.25 and slant it back to our crotch here. Then this one is, so let me see the crotch extension for the front and the back. I didn't even check. For the front now I have 2 inches, and for the back I have 3.25. So that is it. So also for my back, I'll be adding seam allowance, that's inches. I'll be adding that, and that is half inches on both sides. So that will be 1 inch. That's for my dart. So I'll be covering that one back to my hip line. So I'll come it back to my hip line. That is it for this side. So you know I told you I have seam allowance half inch here, so I'm going to slant this one back, which I did. I slant it back to the seam allowance here. So do you see? But I won't be cutting it now. So here I added 1.5 inches. So for this front part, I'll be doing 0.25. Anything after 0.25 might be too bulky for the trouser, and we don't want it to be that big. So I'll just do 1.5. Then somewhere around here, 1.5. So I'll come down. Once I'm getting down to my hip line, I'll I'll remove 0.25. That's 1.25. Sorry, 1.25. Then here 1.25. That's the middle of my crotch. I'll still be doing 1.25. Then I'll connect using my curve ruler. So for this place, let's check. We did 1.5 here, 1.5. Then we did 1.5 here too. So just connect it straight line. So you know this side is a little bit, we'll reduce it as it's going. Just follow the curve. Then when you get here, and just use your curve ruler and connect it. Do you see? That's all. You don't really need much. So for this one, I'll be using my French curve as well, and curve here like this. So do you see? That is all we have. So from this place now, I'll just take this one upward. So from this place, I'll just connect it. I'll connect it to the seam allowance here. So from here, from the tip of the fabric, that's my 1.5. Hey, so now I told you I'm working with crepe. You have to be careful and take it easy. It's not like Ankara. So, do you see? But you know we added similar ones here, so just bring this one up like this. Be sure of your 1 inch from here. Okay. So do you see? It's coming this way. It's coming this way. So extension at the upper part here, then extension at the front. So are we clear? So we start cutting it. Okay, let me cut from here so you can see. So also here, that's where the dart. So I'm cutting this side the same way since I already had similar ones to the front to reflect at the back. So I hope we can see. I'm just trying to check the camera to see if it's still recording. So if you watch all to this, thank you so very much. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. So if you have any question, you can just drop them for me in the comment section. I'll definitely answer. I know my camera was not doing justice, but I'm so sorry about it. I will do another video to show you. But I hope this has helped you, and I hope you've learned one or two things. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and help me grow my channel. Thank you.